Welcome, Spicy Lady. Have you ever tried to put a SpicyLady-Sigma down, only to realize far too late that you massively underestimated her power? Most people believe shaming, criticism, and negativity can break a person's confidence and spirit. But a SpicyLady-Sigma operates on a completely different level. She never argues, never begs for validation, never breaks down in tears, and never lashes out in anger. Instead, she simply watches, listens, and learns. Every harsh word thrown her way, every deliberate attempt to shrink her down, every negative comment doesn't weaken her. It becomes pure fuel for her growth. She turns your negativity into a stepping stone, transforming every attempt to dim her light into unshakable power you never saw coming. A SpicyLady-Sigma carries an unbreakable inner compass that no insult, judgment, or shame can ever shake. She knows her true worth deeply, and she will never let anyone else's opinion redefine who she is. When you try to shame her, she doesn't just survive the chaos, she thrives through it. She understands one unshakable truth. Other people's words and opinions never dictate her reality. While you're sitting around hoping to see her stumble and fall, she's quietly building, improving, and preparing for a future where your negative words hold zero power over her. She turns humiliation into relentless motivation and converts doubt into unwavering determination. Her response to negativity is never loud, aggressive, or dramatic. It's calm, calculated, and completely unstoppable. She makes you regret underestimating her, not with petty confrontation or arguments, but with undeniable results. You will watch her rise steadily, witness her unshakable confidence grow, and see how she moves through life completely untouched by every attempt to diminish her light. If you ever think you can break a SpicyLady-Sigma with shame and criticism, think again. She proves that true strength isn't about fighting back. It's about rising above silently, powerfully, and irreversibly. Let's dive into the 12 untold traits that make SpicyLady-Sigma completely untouchable to negativity. Point 1. While you fixate on her flaws, she silently evolves into someone who makes you irrelevant. Have you ever wasted time trying to put someone down, only to realize your efforts made zero impact at all? That's exactly what happens with a SpicyLady-Sigma. While others obsess over her tiny flaws, fixate on her mistakes, and waste energy pointing out imperfections, she's focused on quiet, consistent self-improvement. She never announces her progress, never begs for recognition, and never fights pointless battles just to prove you wrong. She simply works on herself bit by bit, step by step, every single day. Imagine this scenario. You pour all your energy into criticizing her, highlighting her weaknesses, and trying to expose her flaws to bring her down. Meanwhile, she takes every single one of those moments as a valuable lesson, not an excuse to quit. Every insult, every shaming attempt, every passive-aggressive comment acts as a mirror for her. It shows her what truly doesn't matter, what she can control, and what she can confidently let go of. She's like someone tending to a thriving garden while the whole world throws stones at it. By the time you realize your words had no power to hurt her, she's already grown stronger, sharper, smarter, and far more capable than you ever imagined. She hones new skills, strengthens her mindset, and sharpens her focus relentlessly. Gradually, she becomes someone whose presence commands natural respect and attention, not through noise or conflict, but through pure accomplishment. That you'll notice it in every small detail. The calm confidence in her tone during conversations, the poise in her toughest decisions, and the crystal clarity of her life goals. Every step forward she takes reminds you that your attempt to shame her only pushed her higher. This is why attacking a SpicyLady-Sigma with words is always a losing game. She transforms negativity into power, doubt into drive, and criticism into crystal clear clarity. While you think you're affecting her confidence, she's busy building an unbreakable version of herself that you can no longer touch or influence. By the time you wake up to this truth, she's already moved far past the point where your opinion holds any weight. Shaming her never weakens her. It only strengthens her resolve, accelerates her growth, and turns her into someone you can never compete with. Point 2. Every shaming attempt teaches you lessons in patience, humility, and respect, not her. Many people mistakenly believe that putting others down gives them power and superiority. But when you target a spicy Lady Sigma, every insult, every sarcastic jab, every attempt to shrink her small ends up teaching you a painful lesson instead of her. She never reacts with anger, frustration, or petty retaliation. She simply observes, absorbs every detail, and grows wiser from the experience. In doing so, she forces you to confront your own impatience, ignorance, insecurity, and personal limitations. Picture this. Someone publicly criticizes her in a meeting, mocks her personal choices in conversation, or tries to undermine her reputation in front of others. The world expects a defensive, emotional reaction, but she delivers the complete opposite. She listens intently, not to argue or defend herself, but to understand your intentions and your character. Your attempt to shame her reveals far more about your flaws than it ever could about hers. She sees how quick you are to judge, how little you understand true resilience, and how drastically you underestimate the quiet, unshakable strength of a woman who's fully in control of herself. Every moment you spend trying to diminish her holds up a mirror to your own shortcomings. Her power is subtle, yet completely undeniable. She turns your negativity into valuable insight to sharpen her focus and refine her character. Your impatience teaches her patience. Your condescending attitude teaches her genuine humility. Your lack of respect shows her exactly how valuable it is to carry herself with unwavering integrity. That be why the time you realize your attempts are futile, she's already moved ahead stronger, wiser, and more grounded than before. Your efforts to break her never work. They only elevate her, while exposing every weakness in you. This is what makes her truly untouchable. Every word meant to hurt her only fuels her growth, while schooling you in lessons you never wanted to learn. Trying to shame a spicy Lady Sigma is never a victory. It's a humbling education. 3. She never wastes energy defending herself. She lets results speak for her. Power. Most people waste countless hours and energy arguing, explaining, and defending themselves against negativity and doubt. But a spicy Lady Sigma knows better. When others try to shame, doubt, or diminish her, she skips the pointless debates, empty explanations, and desperate self-defense. Instead, she focuses all her energy on intentional action and undeniable results. She proves her power through achievements, not words. Every insult thrown her way, every attempt to erase her value, every effort to dim her presence becomes instantly irrelevant because she's too busy building a life and legacy that makes her strength impossible to deny. Imagine this scenario. Someone doubts her professional skills, questions her decisions, or undermines her capabilities in front of others. Most people would immediately react defensively, argue their point, or beg for validation. Not a spicy Lady Sigma. She observes calmly, plans strategically, and executes flawlessly. Before long, the results speak louder than any argument ever could. The project she leads succeeds beyond expectations. The complex problems she solves showcases her unmatched competence. The goals she sets are achieved perfectly, without fanfare or attention-seeking. Her proven abilities need no explanation, no defense, and no justification. They stand entirely on their own merit. Suddenly, the person who tried to shame her is left realizing their cruel words meant absolutely nothing. This unique mindset is what makes her truly unstoppable. She understands that spoken words are temporary and fleeting, but tangible results leave permanent, unerasable marks. While others waste time gossiping and criticizing, she quietly hones her skills, uplifts those around her, and builds something meaningful and lasting. People may underestimate her in the moment, but her consistent achievements pile up to prove her power beyond any doubt. Here's a simple real-life example. If someone spreads false rumors to tarnish her reputation, she never reacts publicly or starts unnecessary conflict. She stays focused on her goals, her craft, and her growth. Over time, her incredible results and unshakable composure drown out every rumor and lie. The shaming attempt backfires completely because her actions demonstrate a level of maturity and capability no hateful word can match. This is the core essence of a spicy Lady Sigma. She knows self-defense is almost always a waste of precious energy. Consistent action, relentless progress, and undeniable success make her power obvious to everyone. She craves no external validation, engages in no useless arguments, and lets life and results prove exactly what she's capable of. And that proof is always unforgettable. Point 4. She turns humiliation into quiet motivation, achieving things you could never anticipate. We've all seen it before. Someone tries to humiliate and weaken another person, only to accidentally push them to become stronger than ever. This is the exact superpower of a SpicyLady-Sigma. She never lets embarrassment, criticism, or public shame hold her back. Instead, she channels every negative experience into fierce ambition and unrelenting drive. Every attempt to make her feel small, inadequate, or unworthy sparks a fire inside her that never burns out. She never complains, never seeks sympathy, and never wallows in self-pity. She simply uses every low moment to push herself further, grow faster, and achieve more than her critics could ever imagine. When someone spreads rumors about her or mocks her efforts, most people break down in anger or sadness. A SpicyLady-Sigma absorbs the moment calmly, analyzes every detail, and funnels that negative energy straight into her work, passions, and biggest goals. She learns new skills, perfects her existing talents, and creates incredible opportunities that leave everyone around her stunned. That be why the time her critics notice, the woman they tried to humiliate and break has evolved into a powerful, accomplished version of herself they never saw coming. Her quiet power shines through in everyday moments, showing up earlier than everyone else to practice, staying late to perfect her work, and consistently improving even when no one is watching. People often hear about her massive successes secondhand, shocked to realize she's been quietly building her empire all along. Every setback, every snide comment, every doubt thrown her way becomes a solid building block for her next big win. For example, if someone ridicules her ideas in a meeting to undermine her confidence, she never argues back. She takes the feedback, refines her plan, and delivers extraordinary results that leave her critics proven completely wrong. This is the quiet, unstoppable power of transformation. A SpicyLady-Sigma understands that humiliation is only temporary, but the strength and growth it inspires are permanent. She doesn't just recover from negativity, she evolves because of it. She turns every attack into an achievement that astonishes others and elevates her life. While others waste time mocking and judging, she's busy winning silently, powerfully, and beyond everyone's expectations. 5. She observes without judgment, but never forgets, turning your mistakes into permanent life lessons. Many people try to get under others' skin with insults and manipulation, thinking they've won once they elicit an emotional reaction. But with a SpicyLady-Sigma, nothing works as planned. When someone attempts to shame, manipulate, or belittle her, she observes everything with quiet, unwavering awareness. No anger, no impulsive judgment, no immediate retaliation. Every insult, every disrespectful slight, every attempt to make her feel small is carefully noted, cataloged, and stored in her memory. She never reacts in the moment, but she never, ever forgets. Your missteps and negative choices become permanent lessons for you and powerful wisdom for her. When others try to test her patience, spread negativity, or manipulate her in conversation, most people would snap back with sharp retorts or visible frustration. She remains completely composed. She listens intently, picks up on behavioral patterns, and evaluates every situation with clear logic. You may think you've successfully shaken her confidence, but in reality, she's gathering invaluable insight to strengthen herself. Every careless word you speak teaches her more about human character, hidden intentions, and behavioral patterns. While everyone else reacts impulsively to conflict, she's quietly learning, growing, and preparing for future challenges far beyond your understanding. Your attempts to shame her become masterclasses in patience, self-control, and discernment. Over time, she uses this hard-earned wisdom to navigate life with unmatched clarity and precision, leaving others astonished by her foresight. Take this real-world example. If a coworker tries to undermine her by questioning her ideas publicly, she never confronts them in the heat of the moment. She remembers the interaction, studies the underlying context, and later delivers results that prove her competence without wasting a single word on conflict. Her critic is left realizing their efforts were completely futile while she gains another layer of strength and wisdom. A spicy Lady Sigma never holds bitter grudges, but she never forgets a lesson. She transforms every slight into knowledge, every insult into insight, and every careless mistake from others into permanent wisdom that makes her stronger, wiser, and truly unstoppable. Point 6. She never flinches from criticism because she already knows her inherent worth. Have you ever tried to insult or belittle someone only to see it have zero effect on their demeanor or confidence? That's the superpower of a spicy Lady Sigma. When you try to cut her down, shame her, or question her value, she never flinches, never gets defensive, and never wastes energy trying to prove herself to anyone. She knows her worth inherently, and this self-awareness creates an unbreakable shield around her mind and spirit. Your hurtful words sting others easily, but to her, they're nothing more than meaningless background noise, unable to pierce her inner confidence. When someone belittles her choices or mocks her decisions, most people instantly feel the need to justify themselves, argue their case, or fight back to protect their ego. A spicy Lady Sigma simply absorbs the moment, reflects calmly, and keeps moving forward toward her goals. Her unshakable self-worth isn't built on others' approval, compliments, or validation. It's forged through personal experience, relentless self-discipline, and a deep, honest understanding of her own capabilities. While others waste time tearing her down, she stays focused on what truly matters: consistent growth, constant learning, and achieving her biggest dreams. Every insult and shaming attempt only reinforces her clarity about who she is and what she's capable of accomplishing. For example, if a colleague harshly criticizes her project, expecting to make her doubt herself, she listens objectively, takes any useful feedback, discards the petty negativity, and delivers outstanding results that speak for themselves. Her calm confidence and undeniable competence leave her critics completely speechless. She never needs to defend her value verbally. It's evident in her actions, her unshakable composure, and the quiet grace with which she carries herself through every storm. Trying to shake her confidence only reveals how incredibly strong she truly is. By the time you realize your words have no power, she's already moved forward, leaving all your negativity completely powerless and irrelevant. 7. Negativity bounces off her like water off stone. Every weakening attempt makes her stronger. Most people crumble, doubt themselves, or feel defeated when faced with criticism and insults. But a spicy Lady Sigma is built differently. Every insult, every unfair criticism, every deliberate attempt to weaken her simply bounces off her like water off stone. Nothing negative sticks to her spirit, her mindset, or her self-esteem. Instead of breaking her, every attempt to bring her down actively builds her strength, resilience, and mental toughness. In everyday life, people may try to humiliate her at work, gossip about her personal choices, or undermine her in group conversations. Most people would feel shaken, upset, or angry by this unfair treatment. She remains calm, observant, and grounded. She absorbs the situation not to internalize the hurt, but to analyze the other person's character and learn valuable lessons. Every negative word becomes pure fuel for her personal growth. She's built an invisible, impenetrable shield of confidence and self-awareness. The more people try to weaken her, dim her light, and break her spirit, the stronger, sharper, and more resilient she becomes. When others doubt her abilities, she never argues or defends herself. She simply focuses on skill building, consistent action, and tangible results that make their doubt completely irrelevant. When others try to shame her decisions, she turns the experience into a powerful learning opportunity, emerging more capable, more resilient, and better prepared for future challenges. For instance, if a team member criticizes her contributions, hoping to make her falter, she takes what's useful from the feedback, ignores the petty negativity, and delivers solutions that exceed every expectation. Their attempt to weaken her leaves no lasting mark. Instead, it strengthens her reputation, showcases her emotional maturity, and proves her ability to rise above drama without wasting a single word on conflict. A spicy Lady Sigma never needs to fight back or prove her worth to anyone. She builds strength quietly, persistently, and powerfully over time. Your words can never break her. They can only make her better, stronger, and more unstoppable. Point 8. Her magnetic, quiet confidence turns doubters into secret admirers. We've all met people who demand attention and validation loudly, but a spicy Lady Sigma draws endless admiration effortlessly, without trying at all. Her quiet confidence is uniquely magnetic. It's not arrogant, loud, or attention-seeking, but it's completely undeniable. People feel instinctively drawn to her energy, even when they can't explain why. The most fascinating part. Most people who start out doubting her abilities, questioning her choices, or underestimating her strength end up secretly admiring her without even realizing it themselves. Take this everyday scenario. She walks into a meeting with a carefully crafted, tirelessly researched plan. Her colleagues may initially doubt her ideas, overlook her effort, and underestimate her potential. But as she explains her strategy with calm clarity, steady poise, and sharp insight, every trace of doubt fades away by the end of the conversation. The very people who question her are nodding in respect, deeply impressed by her intelligence, composure, and foresight. They never see the late nights, the hard work, or the consistent effort behind her success. They only see her undeniable results and quiet, unshakable strength. Her confidence is rooted in thorough preparation, life experience, and unwavering self-trust. It's the kind of confidence that comes from knowing exactly what she's capable of and trusting herself to handle any challenge with skill and grace. Unlike insecure people who beg for approval and reassurance, she carries a steady, quiet certainty that no one can ignore. She never boasts, never brags, and never demands recognition, but her actions speak volumes about her value. This power extends far beyond the workplace. In social settings, she listens deeply, observes intently, and contributes thoughtful, meaningful insights. Even if someone initially doubts her social intelligence or influence, they always end up valuing her perspective and respecting her calm, grounded presence. This magnetic energy makes people naturally intrigued and drawn to her, often without understanding exactly why. This is the true power of a spicy Lady Sigma. Her quiet confidence doesn't just protect her from doubt and negativity, it transforms skeptics into admirers and every challenge into a chance to shine brighter. She never needs to prove herself aggressively. Her calm certainty, paired with her consistent results, forces everyone around her to recognize her strength, even if they do it unconsciously. 9. She holds no grudges, but never forgets betrayals, turning every slight into a strategic advantage. Many people think betraying a calm, quiet person means they'll forget and let it slide. But underestimating a spicy Lady Sigma's memory and strategic mind is a critical mistake. Outwardly, she holds no grudges, harbors no anger, and never seeks petty revenge. But make no mistake, she never forgets a betrayal, a slight, or an attempt to undermine her. Every act of disloyalty, every unfair judgment, every attempt to take advantage of her becomes a valuable lesson she carries forward. She turns every negative experience into a powerful strategic advantage for her future. Imagine this common workplace scenario. A coworker spreads false rumors about her work or steals credit for her original ideas to advance their own position. Most people would react impulsively, lash out in anger, or hold onto resentment for months or years. A spicy Lady Sigma does none of this. She observes the situation objectively, analyzes the other person's motives, and quietly recalibrates her entire approach. She remembers exactly who acted against her, how it happened, and what it reveals about their character. Over time, she uses this knowledge to navigate her environment more wisely, avoid future pitfalls, build genuine alliances carefully, and position herself so betrayal can never hurt her again. Her strength lies in subtlety, precision, and foresight. She never wastes energy fighting meaningless battles. Instead, she uses every lesson from betrayal to plan her next move strategically, staying several steps ahead of those who try to take advantage of her. Every slight she endures becomes a tool to make her smarter, sharper, and more protected. For example, if someone spreads malicious rumors to sabotage her progress, she observes the reactions calmly, then doubles down on her goals and growth. Eventually, her incredible results and consistent resilience overshadow every lie. The person who betrayed her realizes too late that their scheme only highlighted her strength, intelligence, and maturity. Her memory of betrayal is never fueled by bitterness. It's fueled by clarity and foresight. She transforms every negative experience into insight, using it to protect herself, strengthen her position, and stay ahead of everyone who underestimates her. Betraying a spicy Lady Sigma is never a win for others. It's simply a lesson she turns into long-term power and success. Point 10. She avoids petty battles completely. Yet her victories are undeniable and unmissable. Have you ever watched someone refuse to engage in petty arguments, gossip, and drama, yet always end up coming out on top? That's the classic operating style of a spicy Lady Sigma. She never wastes her most precious resources, time and energy, on small, pointless battles, meaningless gossip, or proving herself to unworthy people. Yet no one can ignore her consistent, undeniable victories. Her success is so clear, so consistent, and so powerful that it demands respect, even from her critics. In everyday life, people may compete with her unnecessarily, talk behind her back, or challenge her for no reason. Most people get dragged into the conflict, lose focus, and waste energy defending their ego. A spicy Lady Sigma stays completely focused on her own path, works diligently toward her goals, and lets her results speak louder than any argument ever could. Over time, her achievements stand out so brightly that every petty attempt to belittle her becomes completely meaningless. She understands deeply that time and energy are far too valuable to waste on trivial conflicts. While others get distracted by drama, competition, and negativity, she's steadily moving forward, growing, and building her legacy. This is exactly why her victories feel so striking and powerful. Here's a real-life example. When someone spreads rumors to damage her reputation, she never engages or retaliates. She pours all her energy into delivering excellence in her work, her goals, and her personal growth. Months later, her consistent success earns her recognition, respect, and progress, while the person who tried to bring her down fades into irrelevance. Her victory is clear and unmissable, not because she fought loudly, but because she acted strategically, consistently, and with unwavering focus. A spicy Lady Sigma proves her true power not through noise, conflict, or ego battles, but through tangible results, unshakable consistency, and graceful composure. She rises above every petty conflict and achieves success in ways no one can deny. Her victories stand as permanent proof that true strength is never about winning arguments. It's about winning at life, achieving your goals, and earning genuine respect. 11. She transforms every criticism into crystal clear clarity. Most people let negative criticism cloud their judgment, shake their confidence, and derail their progress. A spicy Lady Sigma does the exact opposite. She turns every critique, every negative comment, and every judgmental opinion into crystal clear clarity. She uses external feedback as a powerful tool to separate meaningful truth from empty noise. Nothing negative distracts or discourages her. Instead, every piece of feedback sharpens her focus, refines her strategy, and deepens her understanding of herself and her life's purpose. When others question her decisions or point out flaws in her work, most people react defensively, argue back, or dwell on the negativity for days. She listens objectively, analyzes every word carefully, extracts the small portion of useful truth, and discards all the irrelevant, ignorant noise. She uses valid feedback to make better choices, refine her approach, and elevate her performance to new heights. Every attempt to criticize her becomes a gift of insight, not a weapon to hurt her. This unique mindset showcases her incredible intelligence and elite emotional control. She never lets unnecessary drama cloud her judgment. She prioritizes what truly matters, lets go of toxic distractions, and moves forward faster and more decisively than anyone around her. For example, if someone leaves a negative comment on her work hoping to shake her confidence, she sets aside emotion, takes the constructive parts, improves her craft, and delivers results that exceed all expectations. Her critics are left stunned, wondering how she turned an attack into a massive advantage. This is the power of turning criticism into clarity. A spicy Lady Sigma's ability to filter noise and seize valuable insight lets her focus entirely on long-term success, personal growth, and meaningful impact. She never lets outside voices define her worth, but she always lets useful wisdom guide her forward. This is why she advances through life with unmatched precision, turning every critical attack into a stepping stone toward greater success. Point 12. She doesn't just survive shame and negativity. She rises above it completely. Have you ever watched someone try to shame and break another person, expecting them to fall apart, only to see them rise stronger, wiser, and more powerful than before? This is the ultimate superpower of a spicy Lady Sigma. She never just survives your attempts to shame, diminish, or weaken her. She rises above all of it completely. Your words, your judgments, your cruel efforts to shrink her down hold no lasting power over her life, her confidence, or her future. She carries an inner strength rooted in self-knowledge, self-worth, and clear purpose that no external negativity can ever touch. When others try to embarrass her publicly, belittle her achievements, or question her choices, most people feel shaken, defeated, or tempted to retaliate. A spicy Lady Sigma absorbs the moment calmly, reflects thoughtfully, and turns every negative experience into an opportunity to learn, improve, and grow exponentially. By focusing on action and results instead of drama, she transforms every attempt to hurt her into a stepping stone toward greater heights. Her rise is quiet, subtle, and completely undeniable. It shows in her exceptional work performance, her unshakable conversational confidence, and her calm ability to handle challenges that would break ordinary people. She never brags or seeks attention for overcoming adversity, but her results speak volumes on her behalf. Those who try to shame her eventually watch in awe, realizing all their efforts were completely wasted. They're left confused and astonished by her unmatched resilience and quiet strength. For example, if someone mocks her ideas in a meeting to humiliate her, she stays composed, refines her work, and delivers a project so precise and successful that everyone remembers her competence, not the moment of ridicule. When the dust settles, she's already moved far past the negativity, achieving things that leave others questioning if they ever truly understood her depth, her focus, and her unstoppable determination. A spicy Lady Sigma's ability to rise above shame is never about proving others wrong. It's about proving to herself that no external force can control her, weaken her, or slow her down. She turns every attempt to diminish her into permanent proof of her resilience, leaving an unforgettable impression of quiet power that no one can ignore. Final closing message: have you ever underestimated someone quiet and calm, only to realize far too late that you made a massive mistake? That's exactly what happens when you try to shame, criticize, or weaken a spicy Lady Sigma. Your words can never break her. Your attempts can never touch her core. She knows her worth, she knows her strength, and she knows exactly what she's capable of achieving. Instead of reacting in anger or defending her ego, she observes, learns, and transforms every negative attack into fuel for her growth. She never argues, never begs for validation, and never seeks revenge. She simply acts, achieves, and lets her incredible results speak for her power. Every insult becomes motivation. Every criticism becomes clarity. Every betrayal becomes wisdom that makes her smarter, sharper, and more unstoppable. The people who try to diminish her end up learning humbling lessons in patience, respect, and humility, all without realizing it themselves. This is a vital reminder for every woman watching. True strength is quiet, persistent, and undeniable. It's not about loud victories or immediate emotional reactions. It's about rising above every challenge, staying focused on your purpose, and letting your actions speak louder than any words. If you ever feel belittled, criticized, misunderstood, or ashamed, take a page from the Spicy Lady Sigma playbook. Turn negativity into fuel, criticism into clarity, and shaming attempts into reasons to grow stronger. Let every challenge refine you, sharpen you, and elevate you beyond what you once thought possible. In the end, trying to break a spicy Lady Sigma never destroys her. It only reveals her incredible power, unbreakable resilience, and unique ability to rise above anything life throws her way. True strength isn't about proving others wrong. It's about proving to yourself that absolutely nothing can hold you back. We greatly appreciate your support. Remember to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and leave a comment down below to stay connected. Keep pursuing wisdom. Keep embracing your spicy Lady Sigma power, and let's progress together. Stay blessed, Spicy Lady.